two players that played Shaman. Are they not?
Well,
Let me see. We have Puffin and Protein Ninja. Yep,
they did
they
play
both
Shaman, but we'll see if they brought it again.
they both played Shaman and Rogue. One went with the Warlock deck that we've already seen twice, and the other went with a Mage. And the Mage that I'm seeing is the Spell Heavy Mage. But it does have some creatures. It does have the Mana Worms.
All right, looks like North America team has already selected who's next. It's going to be Protein Ninja.
Okay. Let's hope this stream delivers a few more frames. Oh man, Hearthstone's getting startup.
Yeah, all right. While we're getting that loaded up, let me put up the decks that Protein Ninja won the North American qualifier with. Who knows whether or not he's still running the same deck, but it's a little bit telling, I guess.
The Bogo Rogue, Shazam, and Tiny Death. Tiny Death is what we've seen already. Shazam, I believe, is a pretty cookie cutter shaman. I don't think there's anything unexpected there, aside from perhaps the Unbound Elemental. I really haven't seen that card that
I would
much.
actually say the Ragnaros and the Ysera are somewhat unexpected.
Yeah, a little bit old school.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit focused on the late game when you can't really count
But
on your... Oh,
I
okay.
feel like
And let me switch to the stream right now because he's showcasing the decks he is running. He's running the Bogo Rogue, so that might be the exact same thing, but that's two new decks as well, Hunter and Priest.
okay, interesting stuff.
Um,
Does the Bogo Rome have any wild cards? No Mission Venter. I feel I have not seen that.
yeah, so Bogo Rogue has the Loot Warrior, Novice Engineer, Gnomish Inventor, and Azure Drake, which is as draw heavy as you can get.
Yeah, he's not going to run out of cards. I feel like Rogue is a really bad matched up against the Druid, so I don't think we'll see that deck out of the gate. I think more than likely we'll see the Priest and have the same outcome.
Yeah, Priest would be a good choice, but of course, if I imagine his opponent knows what decks he's bringing, yeah, he must. So if he sees Priest on the list, I think he may not choose to run Druid first.
I think he's going to have to pick his third deck because I think a slow Priest, if you count in like Thoughtsteal and that kind of stuff, is going to crush both the Druid and the Priest deck. I think his Priest is too fast to beat like the old school Priest, if you guys know what I'm talking about. The Thoughtsteal, Twilight Drake, all reactionary type play.
Hmm.
I don't think we saw Shadow Word Death at all, actually.
Yeah, we also didn't see Shadow Word Pain. I wonder if he runs him. That would seem really weird to me if he did not, but it's possible.
It is possible. We are about 2 minutes out from the game starting. I wonder how Hunter would match up. I feel like Hunter would be a really bad matchup against both the decks that we saw. They just have way too many taunts in them.
Well, Hunter can get past one taunt pretty easily, and I think against those decks, they're slow enough that the Hunter could get past two of them. We're of course assuming that the Hunter deck is the one-turn kill deck from the Hunter, since that's pretty much the
I think
only
that's a
Hunter
safe
deck
assumption.
that has been
Yeah.
successful. I mean, I think that Beastmaster is a really good card, so it's possible for a Hunter deck to not be one-turn kill, I think.
You're talking about Houndmaster, of course.
Houndmaster, yes. I mean, they've got some cards. Got the multi-shot, explosive shot, though I don't think there's been any wildly publicized successful non-one-turn Hunter kill decks yet.
Yeah, I played around with something, but it was pretty mild. It lost to several things. But from what I'm seeing about these classes is that most likely, if we're going to expect conventional play out of each of the classes selected by proteininja, I feel like if he drops his priest deck, he's going to have a really hard time. I think both the rogue and hunter OTK are going to be the underdog against both the decks that we saw from the Chinese player.
Yeah, I feel like this first game is going to be a lot to do with sort of the mind games of whether or not the Chinese player will be choosing Druid.
I think he will be choosing Druid. I think that Druid deck is pretty well rounded.
No, I think it's weak against Priest.
I don't think it's that weak against Priest. I think as far as Druid deck goes, it's, pretty okay.
I think it was, well, I guess it didn't run Starfall probably, but it was pretty much the exact same deck as I ran, I think. I mean, Ink, rather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, possibly. We didn't really see any creatures from Ink play. Like, all we saw were ramp. Like, we didn't even see like a Druid Claw until like the last turn.
Yeah, but he had them in the deck, so it might have just been a bad draw.
Mm.
I mean, getting the Starfalls against Priest isn't exactly great.
Certainly not.
I mean, that's also one reason why I just don't like Starfall. I can't think of many matchups where I would want Starfall. Seems like a weaker Consecrate, for the most part. With some flexibility, of course.
We're just waiting on the players to get set up here.
Yeah, while we're waiting, I suppose let's cover what's happened so far. So this is match number 4. No, 3. 3. 4? 3? My gosh.
I believe it's 4. The Chinese have won 2, and the Americans have won 1.
Yeah,
So
Matthew.
this would be the 4th.
Correct.
Yep.
Chinese are
So
down.
far,
Yeah.
the Chinese have the first player to knock out 2 opponents of the series, and he is the cake master in my eyes, but apparently he goes by a different name that is very difficult for someone as uneducated as myself to pronounce.
Yeah, those Chinese symbols, you can usually somewhat count on them to look like what they mean.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, that is completely wrong.
Well, this is certainly not 3 minutes, but I'm sure they'll be starting sometime soon. I really feel like the Priest is the only deck that'll do well against what we've seen. I think a lot of the decks left on the American side might be aggro-ish if they won't be able to defeat the Druid here or the Priest. I think they're gonna have they're gonna need quite a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, you have to imagine that the American team sent who they thought would fare best against that Druid. And Ink did manage to defeat the druid, but then fell to the
Yeah.
priest.
I'm a bit surprised to see so many of the exact same decks, though. Like this Warlock deck, this is the exact deck again. This is the Elven Archer that I'm seeing for Protein Ninjas in his original setup.
Well,
So this is the third out of three North American deck lists that we've seen to have the exact same deck.
I wonder if this is the one that was widely publicized. I can't. I don't remember whether or not the Elven Archer was in that one. I don't think it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm a little surprised that everyone decided to put one Elven Archer in it. Let me look at that article real fast. Right. The one that was, I suppose, first widely publicized by Curie over on Team Liquid was Elven Archer less. Instead ran a Immortal Coil. I guess that's where the Elven Archer came in instead.
I guess you can't Immortal Coil your opponent. Sometimes one damage is pretty nice. I think seeing as there's going to be some startup here, I'm going to take this opportunity. Oh, no. No break for me. We're getting started.
Yep. So looks like that Hunter deck is named something Unleash, so we know what that means. He's chosen to choose the Rogue. And up against the Priest. Well, congratulations. That's a pretty good matchup for the Rogue, I think.
I do agree. I don't know to what impact.
Oh man, we got the Defias Ringleader start going second.
That is very strong against the Rogue. Sorry, against the Priest as a Rogue.
Yep. Not much the Priest can do about... I mean, the Priest can deal with one of them, but not both of them. And we got a really fast start from the Rogue here. Looks like a great start.
Wow. That is pretty nuts. My stream is lagging a little bit. Is that just me? I think I will reload the stream in a different browser.
Alright. So we started off with the super quick ring. This is our town scrub. Priest looks like he's going to be set to deal with one of them with a Holy Smite. The downside of being a priest is you cannot deal with the 2-1 assistant scrub.
Okay, here we go. Well, I only see one scrub alive. What happened? Is that Holy Smite?
Yep. Fan of Knives is an interesting call to run in these decks. I don't think I've seen Rogue decks run that one very often.
It's not too bad.
Not bad. Pretty good against Blood Imp.
Well, that draw was certainly good. You can take that card out without losing any of his creatures.
Do you think that's better than Dagger Deadly Poison and just use a 1-2? The backstab might be more valuable than a 1-2.
Yeah, I think you might be right, especially since we've seen that the Priest is running Shadow Madness. Even though it would be a pretty desperate Shadow Madness. I think we're in a stronger position with only one creature. Yep. Yeah, you definitely had the right call there.
Yeah.
Actually, with the Blood Mage, you can backstab for 3.
That's true also. And the Fan of Knives for 2 is pretty nice. That's a good start by the Priest as well, getting the Defendered Argus.
Certainly, yeah.
Or Ancient Watcher, rather. Oh, I'm a little surprised at the Eviscerate. Oh, of course, 5. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and the 3 backstab. Yeah, that's pretty much as good as he's going to get. And he knows from previous experience that the Priest isn't running Ooze. Looks like he's going to decline to do that, though.
Yeah, I think he just wants to peck away at the priest for one. He doesn't have a great turn 5.
Yeah, this would be a pretty brutal Shadow Madness, using on the 1/1, taking out the 2/1.
Yeah, I would.
I don't think there's anything he could have really done against that, though. Fortunately, the priest doesn't look like he has it.
My stream is jittering. Kind of like the same way the last one was. Are you having the same problem?
No, mine's running silky smooth.
Okay. Maybe it's just on my end then. Sun is your Drake drop. Not too bad.
Yep, another deadly poison is quite good. Although he might choose not to use it right now. There's multiple ways the rogue can deal with the Azure Drake right now.
I think I just go with the backstab and a regular attack here.
Yeah, I think he considered using Blood Mage Thalnos to deal 1 damage and also Dagger Deadly Poison. That's also good if you want to draw a card, and also reduces your vulnerability to Shadow Madness, even though the opponent's
I think it would
proven he
have
doesn't
happened
have it.
already. Yeah. I'm surprised the creatures dropped on the board by the rogue so far have been so weak. He has had board control, but I mean, you know, these are just like 1 or 2 attack.
Yeah, I think it's more if he's drawn the more spell part of his deck and not the, say, the Shattered Sun, the Dark Irons, the
I like how
Arguses.
he's kind of showing his opponent what's going to go down here. This goes there, that goes there. There's the backstab. He is going to kill it off, I think.
He almost had second thoughts for a moment. That's fine.
There
Oh,
it
it's a
goes.
great draw.
Oh, that is about as good as it gets. 4 attack minion. I think this will be the Holy Fire check.
That one's good too.
Yep.
That one's great, actually. We might have some Argent Commander trades here.
Oh, certainly.
Let's see if the opponent can also Argent Commander the Argent Commander. This is the Ritual of the Argent Commander, turns 6 and 7.
Well, we know the rogue has the answer to the second Argent Commander.
Yep.
Another Argent Commander.
It's a really good answer, as it turns out to be.
Yep.
Sort of a big advantage of the Rogue right now is that there's nothing that's too good in the deck to mind control. That's a pretty good for the Rogue, Sylvanas. Looks like he can take it out without that much heartache.
Yeah, I mean, the Argent Commander already got value because an Argent Commander. And then the 2/1's been on the field for 6 turns now. Might as well get something out of it.
Yep. And chooses the
Now that I think
somewhat
about it,
obvious double trade.
that is pretty pretty desperate of a play.
It's sort
There
of a
had to
2
be
for
a-
1.
Yeah, there had to be a better spot there. I don't know if I'd drop Defias here. I feel it's a bit vulnerable to Holy Nova. I would consider the Argent Squire and the Defender of Argus.
Yeah, it's a pretty good call, I'd say.
No, he doesn't really lose to Holy Nova. In fact, he loses nothing to Holy Nova. The attack loses nothing to anything.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty good positioning there. Posturing, rather.
He's looking at his fan of knives. What would the play here be?
I think it's pretty clear to be Argent Commander and Dagger.
Yeah. I was wondering why I was looking at his fan of knives, though. Is there something even close?
Maybe he was just checking to see if it dealt only 1 damage.
Actually, I mean, you could save the Argent Commander. Just because, I mean, the priest has got to know your deck doesn't have a bigger card. Mind controlling an Argent Commander here is actually pretty good. So you may go with a deadly poison play.
Wait, is it good? All it does is run into a... Oh, you're right.
Ooh. Looks like he is considering the Argent Commander play.
Looks like he's thinking about whether or not he can kill the opponent with, well, this in the next turn.
In my experience, this tends to fail with a Holy Fire and all the taunts that his opponent is running.
Yeah, and
I
also...
certainly will not play an Argent Commander with its Divine Shield on.
Yeah, precisely.
You gotta get that off at least if it's gonna get mind controlled. Which I do believe it is.
A good chance. Even if it does, looks like...
He's still in a good spot, yeah. Wild Pyro.
Oh, that's really good. Cleared the board.
To Holy Nova. Yep. Rift board. Wow, good stuff.
Still, I think the priest is in the worst off position right now, with only 2 cards in hand, and...
I think we're gonna see a Leroy Fan of Knives play here.
Yeah, that looks awfully good right now. Whoa!
Oh. Wow, okay. Guess that's gonna be for another turn.
Yeah, he's got the other fan. He might be afraid of Leroy being able to be mind controlled, but I do think it would still be the right call, since you can drop a Defias Scrub behind it.
Mm-hmm. Considering the priest has not played Shadow Madness, I think this is going to give him a very nice opportunity.
Yeah, I wonder how much of the Fan of Knives is in there to also deal with Leroy Jenkins's Battle Cry. I think it's sort of just a secondary thing. But it's a nice to have. Oh, man. Rogue doesn't have anything that can deal with that.
I don't know if he has to deal with it right now.
Yeah, he'll probably never deal with it. But the big risk is the priest draws Ysera Awakens. It's a 20% chance. 6, 9, 12, 14. Well, Rogue is really close to killing him.
Yeah.
In fact,
I think I'd just do it. Just go for it. I wouldn't Leroy this turn, but I would do everything
wait,
else.
actually, that is a kill, isn't it?
Oh, let me see.
6, 9, 12, 14,
8,
17.
9, 10.
Yeah, it's 19.
Yep, that is a kill. He has lethal. Nope, he doesn't have lethal. He's 1 mana
Oh, he's
short.
1 mana short, yeah. So he's 2 damage short.
That's pretty good, but I don't know if I would Leroy. I think I would do the entire play minus Leroy.
Hmm.
And he plays Leroy first. Okay.
So he's going with the 6, 9, 12, 14, 17 damage route. There's not much that I can think of from the priest side that would be able to take control of the board while at 2 here with this board. Other than... No, not even that.
Yeah. I think this is a good play because he can't awaken with this much life. He cannot heal himself above the threshold.
Right.
He has to deal with this with either Holy Nova or some other mechanic. And I think double Shadow Madness brings him back in the game here.
Yeah, and heal, and that'll set him at 1 health.
Yep.
Another possible good thing would be Holy Nova and Shadow Madness. Well, that's the same result.
Yeah.
Or Holy Nova Smite. That works too.
Yeah, Holy Fire, Ysera Awakens would be pretty gross.
Uh, that unfortunately still loses to the dagger.
Nope. No, certainly not, because you can do that and heal.
Oh, that's true. Yes, that'd be awesome.
That would put the rogue at 4. So the priest would have lethal on the rogue.
Four? Do you mean 9?
No, I mean 4 from Holy Fire and
Oh, right,
Awakening
Holy
would be
Fire.
10. Yeah.
14. Yeah.
No. No, he gives up. Must have got Nightmare or some other fantastic dream card.
Thought it through though. That's fine.
Well, uh, we're certainly seeing Druid here, and that actually puts him in a really good spot because if you can follow up this inevitable loss, in my opinion, with a priest, you have a very good chance of winning.
Yep.
I'd even say in the high 70s. Yeah, here comes the Druid.
And I
Might
don't
as well concede.
I don't think this matchup is quite that bad.
I played a rogue deck that's like pretty similar to this, and I won like 15 games in a row in ranked, and then I played Ixar's Druid, and I lost like 4 games in a row.
What
So,
makes it so bad?
you're playing the same deck, except you're like behind on damage. Like you just don't have enough life because the Druid's gaining armor while you're not gaining anything.
I mean, it's way more different than what you're making it out to be, but I sort of now the Ancient Watcher is a very good anti-rogue card.
Oh man. Oh, does he do it?
I think he does.
The
I think
Druid
that's worth
can
it.
deal with it though. I think I'd just weapon up in this spot. Try to pick a better spot.
Well, I think that Ancient Watcher is going to activate, so you might as well backstab it for damage now, since you can get the Defias Ringleader in.
Well, the Druids do run silence, so it's getting activated one way or another, I suppose.
You certainly had to make a tough decision between those two choices, though. It's not easy. I don't think either one is strictly worse or better.
I don't know, he's setting himself up for taking 4 damage and getting a 1 for 2 against an Ancient Watcher, which is played on the first turn. That is not a good spot to be in my opinion.
Hmm. Well, I mean, the game's gone fine so far.
Well, if the Defias makes it to next turn for a Argus play, then yeah, it'd go pretty well. He needs that to work though.
And if it were to live until the Argus play, would you attack into the Ancient Watcher, or would you just ignore it?
I would probably attack. Oh, here comes the Druid of the Claw.
Oh my gosh. What's
Oh
at
no.
7?
Oh no.
Wow.
Good night. See you later, Rogue.
That's not good. And
I
this
think not
is
good is a severe understatement of what just took place here.
this is where the Druids are really abusing the fact that rogues are not running Assassinate in the current metagame.
I mean, the only thing that would do this would be like double the vis. I'd probably attack with the Harvest Golem at least.
Hmm. I was thinking about it and was like,
Oh boy.
seems okay not to attack with the Harvest Golem on the other hand because Tree has to go through Harvest Golem.
It just got uglier.
Well, I suppose if there's any good news, the Rogue can take out the Tree.
Kind of.
Kind of. Though I suppose best would be to take out the Ancient Watcher first. Well, no, it's bad either way. No, take out the Ancient Watcher. I mean, while it looks horrible, the Druid did put 3 cards into playing the Ancient of War.
Well, he's already taken one out. No, we're getting that choreography here.
Yeah, it seems
Maybe
like
that's what it's
he's
called.
worried mainly on the Ancient of War, but I'm a little worried about the Ancient Watcher. I think I would try to take it out this turn.
Well, the Ancient Watcher's not going to attack back.
Yeah, but you gotta get through it someday. And the Ancient of War, I figure, is going to... Well, Argus and Hero ability can get through the Harvest Golem, true. I think I'd be tempted to use the Shard Sun Cleric and then take out the Ancient Watcher. I'd probably use it on the Argus, even.
I think I'd use the Shadow Sun Cleric and take out the tree here with just the regular dagger attack. Or just flood the board. You could just do Golem Novice.
Yeah, lots of options. Nothing particularly good, but nothing too awful at the moment.
Seems like he likes the Novice play.
Yeah, with the other Defender of Argus, I think I'm a bigger fan of the Harvest Golem right now. So you can set up some amount of massive taunt wall.
I certainly wouldn't play the Shrouded Sun this turn, so he's going to have to play the other Golem.
I mean, Shroud Sun isn't bad if he's taking out Ancient Watcher.
Looks like he is.
Yeah, I think this is okay. Probably near the
Alright.
play I was thinking of doing. I think there were a lot of different lines there, which would have all been fairly okay.
That's 2 for the tree. 5 life left.
Yeah, looks like Tree will probably end up just taking out those 2 guys, though. So it'll be
Yep, 3 for 3.
3 for 3, yeah.
Yeah, but that pushed the Rogue into late game with the Druid being at full life.
Very true. Late game certainly will benefit this Druid more. You know, one card that surprised me that I haven't seen yet from the Druid? It's Ancient of Lore. Where's that card?
It may not be in there. At the same time, though, he hasn't really ran out of cards.
Yeah. Feels to me like Ancient of Lore would be an obviously good card in this deck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man! Healing
Yes.
Touch.
Yes! Best card ever.
Well, that's certainly...
It's only slightly better than Holy Light, and we know that Holy Light is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's good against aggro decks to an extent. Like, no joking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that Tree is set up to do another 3 for 1 now. Or maybe a 4 for 1. That's rough times, man. That is rough times.
Oh, is he gonna dig in? No. I would have at least threw the 2-1 away. I think he's getting chomped down next turn. It's a guarantee.
That's a good call. Were you would you also have thought about just attacking it with the dagger?
Yep.
Yeah, it sets it at 6, which is enough for the Argent next turn.
It sets it up for another healing touch.
That'd be brutal. Double Ancient of War. Or double healing touch on the Ancient of War. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh. A more pint-sized taunt creature. Maybe this one can be killed.
This Druid has to thank the Warlock deck a lot for this deck being viable right now. Because it's because the Warlock deck is so fast that Rogues cannot run cards like Assassinate. And Warlocks can't run cards like Siphon Soul. They're too slow. But would be great against this Druid.
Wow. Those taunts are not going anywhere. Well, I guess one is actually.
Yep. The question is, how's he going to deal with Mr. 69 Tree there?
Well, he's going to be Mr. 64 pretty soon. Or 65. I'm AFK.
I don't know, I think the Druid can ignore it. Just go on in. Although Dark Iron Dwarf is a major threat, so yeah, I think killing that is the right call. But Claw is fine. Yep.
Well, could be worse, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Druid's only down to one
life.
card. That's not too bad. As much as it has looked like a complete slaughter of the Rogue right now, I think the Rogue's got some major chances, especially with that card, Sylvanas.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
Yes.
Even if Sylvanas did not exist, though, the Rogue might have the upper hand with these two cards and Defender. That can take out the tree. Oops, swipe.
Nope.
Nope.
Right.
But Sylvanas. That's the saving grace.
The only thing that the Rogue needs is like 10 more life.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to taunt that guy, so that's okay. I think Rogue is at an advantage right now with that Sylvanas draw.
We'll see. We haven't seen
the
requirement
Keeper.
of a silence. Yeah.
This is so critical. He's got 2 cards, 4 mana. Perfect time to play Keeper of the Grove. Whiff, though. Now I see why you say in a Druid deck you would keep the Sylvanas against a Druid.
Yep. It's the best card in your deck against him.
Yep.
Well, that rules out the Keeper. I think it's time to roll the dice.
Yeah, I mean, even if you miss, you're going to do fairly well. Unless you get the Thalanus, that would suck.
Yeah, Thalanus is not too bad.
Yeah, it's the worst of them, of course, but...
I would probably just attack with Sylvanas here.
Wait, I think you want to kill Thalnos first so you don't draw Thalnos.
Yeah, I know, but I'd be okay with him. Looks like he's gonna try to kill him.
Alright, so this guarantees the, well, guarantees one of them.
Well, the Drake is not gonna...
He could guarantee the Drake. That's an interesting option.
I guess. I feel like the 6/9 taunt is a little bit more useful right now.
Well, it would be a 6/3 taunt.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, you're right. The 6/3 taunt is better than the 4/4, I'd say. So, not worth...
Well, the main issue is that he can't really deal with the 4/4.
Right, without losing the 3/3.
Well, no, without attacking into it.
Yeah,
Now what does he do? He goes for the face.
I would be tempted to,
I would go for the face here, I think.
I think I would try to kill the Drake, since that spell power could be really devastating. Like, suppose there's a Starfall.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, man. Oh, man. That Starfall.
That Starfall would really hurt right now if that Drake were on the field. He's thinking
Yeah, he has to
about
kill the
Deadly
Drake.
Poison
No,
or
I
Defensive
think
Argus.
you're right. I think he should have guaranteed the Drake.
Well, no, you can guarantee it by killing it right now, and I think having a 6/3
If
taunt is
you
good.
take 4 damage. I think he's running out of life, which is how you usually lose this match.
Oh, I would have used the dagger to guarantee the 3 damage on the tree instead of sending the Argus at it.
Oh, I would have not done that. We have not seen a swipe play yet.
Yeah, but we also haven't seen Starfall, so I think the maximum amount of direct damage the Druid can do is 8. Double swipe.
Mm.
This is a really close game.
I really think the Druid has a pretty big edge right now.
Well, yeah, because of the commander that
Yeah.
just happened. Without the commander, it was looking pretty close.
That Urgent Square is not going to be very useful. Maybe combined with that, might give him a little bit of tempo. He has to clear the board. He has too little life.
Yep.
This is not stuff you normally want to be doing, is the issue. I think here, if we see a Starfall or a Swipe or both, it might just be over. This is the problem with the Rogue against Druid. You're doing okay, but he has 20-something life and you have 9. This is always the situation I ended up in.
Yeah, and this was also with the Sylvanas. Without the Sylvanas, this game wouldn't even be close.
Right. Oh, apparently we did see a swipe. My memory must not be that very good.
Hmm.
Well, the good news about the health difference is that both deadly poisons have been used, so it's not like he's going to be attacking creatures anymore anyway. It's unlikely that the rogue is running any weapons besides the deadly poison, which I guess isn't officially a weapon, but we all know it's a fiery war axe. Drew seems to be thinking for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it is entirely possible that his hand is somehow useless. That seems unlikely. Wow, charge mode. Oh.
Yep. Rip.
Yeah, that must mean he has swipe in hand, right?
Rip. That's a nice card.
What, really?
Hey, you killed the 4/4. Just a divine shield.
That's pointless. He's dead, because the Druid has swipe. There's no other way the Druid would make this play, I think.
I might have another one of those things. No, we did see the other one. Did we see 2 commanders? I have a commander.
I feel like the Druid wouldn't...
He's probably dead.
Yeah, he wouldn't have risked that unless he had direct damage with a spell, I would argue. But I mean, it's entirely possible he doesn't. I just think chances are high. Oh, there's the GG. It's over. let's hear it for...
Argent Commander!
No, it's gonna be Swipe!
Ah. It is Swipe.
GG.
Well, you predicted the final card, but I pretty much predicted the game.
Yeah. And
Just
I bet
ran
you're
out of
gonna
life with the rogue.
bet you're gonna predict what class comes next.
Oh, let's see. Massive taunts. One turn kill Hunter or Priest.
Well, that wasn't a very hard decision.
What? Dude, I called it.
You did call
It
it.
was the call. Yep.
So you're thinking this has a 70% chance in favor of the priest, huh? I think it's pretty good.
I've been informed by the chat that USA is always garbage. LOL. Wow.
Wow, BM.
I guess that shows why USA is down a match here, but maybe we'll tie it up after this one. An ooze. That seems useful. This deck looks awfully familiar.
Are you going to make the comment that it looks just like the deck you brought to BlizzCon?
No. It looks like the deck that I dip in your ink blade,
Oh.
which is pretty close. Yeah, with the Harvest Golems. Plot twist: he had a commander. Oh man.
He might have. Thought really hard about playing either that or the Protector, I'm guessing? Or maybe even saving the coin? Nah.
The ooze dies to claw. It dies to novice engineer and an attack next turn. The Protector doesn't. Yeah, and there's the claw.
Yeah, but now the Protector's fine. I suppose the other way around gets 2 more damage in, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth thinking about. He is hesitating on playing that Protector.
Well, if you're gonna lose this match as the priest, you're gonna lose to getting burned down by, like, innervated Druid of the Claws. Stuff like that. In charge mode.
You think the Druid might not go for the full board clear all the time strategy? I think that even with the taunts, you would aim for the minions still. Wow, that's Sylvanas. Probably play Ooze and pass, yeah?
Again, I think the Ooze is a bit vulnerable at 3 health. I think we're gonna play a Harvest Golem.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of a greed question. If you play the Ooze, you could live the dream and kill Sylvanas and not have it take any of your stuff. If you play the Harvest Golem, it's a little tougher.
I don't like that too much. I think the Harvest Golem beats the Ooze. The Ooze dies to any card that the Druid has right now. I mean, you're looking at Swipe, you're looking at just everything.
At the same time, though...
There's one.
Yeah. At the same time, if it were Harvest Golem... yeah.
Ooh, the plot thickens. What do you do right now? I guess you Harvest Golem, because there's nothing better to do.
Right. That's rough. Enough testing to know what happens when Sylvanas goes into Sylvanas? Because I certainly haven't.
Well, taking Sylvanas doesn't kill it, so... Oh, when Sylvanas kills Sylvanas?
Yeah.
Suddenly just trigger off the other creatures. Here I'd probably set up a Holy Nova.
I know that there is actually a good amount of confusion, speculation about what happens when Sylvanas kills Sylvanas, and it's not obvious what happens. I'll just say that much.
Do you think they could mind control each other when they're dead or something?
No, but it's like suppose one person had something and the other person didn't. That one creature might go onto either side, depending on play order or whatever.
Oh, I see. They use mind control in the order that they were played, someone says.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure that is the correct thing, but I haven't done enough testing, and it sounds right.
Well, now there's a novice engineer. That annoying thing. It must be killed. We might just see a really sick Holy Nova here, though.
How sick could it be? Yeah, it would be pretty sick.
You get Sylvanas to 1.
Yep. Leave him with the Keeper of the Grove, which isn't that great.
No, that thing's probably going to die too. I think the Keeper is going to attack the Sun Fury Protector along with the Druid.
Ah.
Sylvanas attacks the Harvest Golem. The Harvest Golems into Sylvanas into Holy Nova.
Alright, looks like the Druid
Sylvanas
is...
does face.
Yeah.
That is the better play.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
Sure.
Since killing the Harvest Golem still creates that 2-1. It's generally
Yep.
best to, if you can't kill the rookie Golem... Wait, actually, no, I think killing the Golem would have been right. And then you use the hero ability to finish off the 2-1. That leaves you with a 5-3 Sylvanas and a... I think that would be better.
Right?
I mean, this way you
Yeah.
just lose your 2-2.
Sylvanas attack the Golem. Yeah, but that would die to Holy Nova again.
No, you have a 5-3 Sylvanas.
Yeah, but the priest would still have a creature. I could run.
No,
for
you
Sylvanas.
hero ability to 2-1.
Yeah, but the Keeper doesn't kill the other one by itself.
Oh, did I... Okay. I'm going to assume I saw something wrong there then. Whoops, mistakes are made.
He definitely made the best play the way I see it.
Okay. Oh man, this Sylvanas versus Sylvanas action is going to actually happen. Wow, science.
Let's see what happens. Oh, the Golem is taken.
No, okay.
And it's taken back.
Huh. Well, I don't know if the Druid expected to have that Golem. I mean, I think it's reasonable to possibly have at it.
It's a prized Golem, man. Everyone wants it.
Well, Priest in great shape here. He's got the Argent Commander, which is one of the best 6 drops. Got the 8 mana Fire Lord.
I have to disagree a little bit. If we see like a rag play with... Oh no, he can't. Can he innervate? Yeah, innervate was the last game. If we see like an innervate rag play here, which we obviously didn't, the priest doesn't have mind control. He would lose the game certainly until he would draw the mind control. Because right now he doesn't have mind control.
Right.
Which is a bit of a problem.
These cards are good, though.
Yeah, they are.
You are right, though, that against the specific scenario of the Druid innervating into something monstrous, the Priest would be in trouble.
I think I would Azure Drake with the Powered Shield on it to set up a sick Holy Nova.
It doesn't look like it would be that sick. It doesn't have many 3 guys out. Sort of like this play of Argent Commandering the best.
You attack into the 4/5, and then you Holy Nova kill him, and the other one, and probably whatever he plays his turn.
I don't mind waiting on that, since that's uncertain.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking the sure thing right now with the Argent Commander. Oh, we got the Argent Commander Wars, though.
Yeah. Usually Argent Commander ends up winning.
Yeah. Absolutely true. That would be a surprise.
That'd be a mistake.
Given this hand, it wouldn't necessarily... yeah, it would be a mistake. I mean, there are possible times where this would be right. And that would be riding on a very fringe case.
I think the Druid is just trying to win it, and I think he has the right idea. But given the priest's hand, it would be a mistake. Oh, playing it safe.
Yep.
And fortunately, that is the way to do it here.
Here's the Drake shield play. Pretty much the only play you can make.
Yep. Whoa, Shadow Word Pain. Is that still in?
Oh, we got our
There
first
we
mind
go.
control.
Where's that Ragnaros?
It's time for revenge.
Yep. If the priest gets donated a big card, it's going to be really rough for the Druid because we're going to see the Rag follow-up. Actually, if this Drake doesn't get cleared, this is bad news for the Druid.
Yeah, due to the aforementioned play.
I think the Druid might consider going for face here, as he was considering it last turn. This is something that's a lot harder to deal with. This may be the tipping point for him.
If he had Defender of Argus, do you think it would be right to send it at the Drake in hero ability?
If I had Defender of Argus, I'd probably just give the Watcher taunt and go for the Priest.
Ah, and not give it to the Argus. That's a pretty good call. Uh-oh. It's happening.
FaceTime. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, you gotta do it. Gotta do what you gotta do. Eight damage.
Druid is
Did
definitely
we
playing a fine line here.
Did we see the
Might
swipe?
pay off. Swipe
We might
plus
just see
Keeper
it.
would do it right now.
Well, swiping Druid of the Claw, you mean?
No, actually, Keeper would also do it, since Silence the Ancient Watcher.
Oh, yes.
So, I give the Druid props for setting up a scenario in which he could conceivably and easily win right now. Doesn't seem like he has it, though. It's rough. Oh my goodness.
What? I think we're gonna see Holy Nova though. I'd play it safe.
Holy Nova. Is that actually playing it safe, though? You get hit by 5 then.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Because he's not getting through that protector.
Right. Yeah, this is actually playing it safe, I'd say.
Yeah, you're right.
Ah, the Holy Fire. If he manages to cast that, his victory is almost assured.
Well, he wasn't able to heal himself. He's still dead to double swipe.
Yeah, it's possible the Druid had one swipe in his hand and couldn't find another way to finish him, looking for an answer. But now there's nothing.
Healing Touch. Oh, pretty useless against the Priest.
Yeah. Oh man, double Holy Nova. That's pretty good.
This is disgusting right now.
Wonder if that is just enough. Wow.
Yep.
GG.
Game over. Priest beats Druid.
Hey, Druid came pretty close.
Yep. He didn't have the finishing cards though that he needed.
All right.